what's up? It's Hero Hurt Smoker, and we're back. I finally got a microphone to use temporarily. It's not as good as my other one, but it will work. I apologize if the audio is kind of bleh. We are in the Institute, and the truth is real. I just watched a new Star Wars movie, and no spoilers, but wow. I don't know what people have a problem with. Honestly, that movie was amazing. If you haven't seen it, I totally recommend you check it out. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm going to spoil it for somebody because it was just so... I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece, but come on, guys. It's Star Wars. And seeing what we saw in that movie, for the people that did see, that was pretty freaking epic. But aside from all that, this place is clean. Finally, a place in Fallout that isn't wrecked. Undamaged camera. So I guess the Institute is, again, the only place left of inhabitants. There's a tree here, for Christ's sakes.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, with the Institute's records and my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Right. He's starting to freak me out. That's Sean. Oh, Sean. Just because you're my son, don't mean that I'm gonna have to take shit from you, bro. Or even worse off, lied to. That's what I really mean. Sorry if I offend people who can't take the word shit-talkie. Nah, that was stupid. Come on, guys, let's stop being oversensitive.
Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Oh, they're bitching at each other. Whoa, man.
Hey
Don't
there.
make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You know what happens when people
I'ma
get
save you,
robots
Seth.
to do all their
Getting
work?
called out.
They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
People have no trouble getting fat and lazy on their own.
A
Thank
few,
you.
here and there, perhaps. But not on the scale I'm talking about. But I can see you're having a joke at my expense. You're hardly the first. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
A fresh
I've
perspective?
heard stories, and the surface sure sounds scary.
Greetings, sir.
Wow. Synth at my feet. People that aren't shooting at me immediately. I don't know if
So
I should
your
save these
father's father, but he's older than you. That's weird.
towels, clean beds. Cool. I think we've investigated what we wanted to. Everything's clean and nice, and ooh, cigarettes. Undamaged cigarettes. They should go for a good price. Yeah.
Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth. I certainly am.
How about being sick to death, dog? We could be out there in the radiation, eating squirrels on sticks.
Jammed.
Now, I'm not talking about just any squirrels. I'm talking about fat, nasty, radiated, big, bald-ass bastards. No thank you. So that's a DNA strand, I think. Can't go down there. I thought it was an elevator.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
I know. It's weird. I'll have to start hearing that. Maybe I will have to start killing people. Everything is undamaged. Oh my god. This is uncalled for. I like things to be destroyed. Why is it so nice? Ah! Institute jumper. Definitely gonna need those cigarettes. You never know when you run out. You'd have a pack of smokes.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Yep, you definitely can't tell on some of these guys, but do not lie.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. Alright, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Dang, they look weird without skin and stuff. Institute Robotics.
It was probably just
Wow.
a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software.
You're here. Glad you made it.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping.
Huh?
What? You just don't want
What
to
the
admit to yourself what
If you're about to launch into one of your
This is some
about artificial
Fifth
sentient
Element
machines
type
or
stuff.
something, don't bother.
Good to see you.
Am I the only one who's getting this vibe?
I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleporter.
Now just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've increased synth responsiveness by 0.04%.
If you
I
ask
don't
me,
give a
the
Never
synth
mind.
software could use a little more debugging.
Dude. 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 His... I'm just gonna... You know what? Let's
Hey,
talk
Doc.
to this fool.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of
Oh,
course,
they caused
couldn't
me
be
a lot
told
of
of
trouble.
your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves
Smashed every
and
friggin'
Institute
one of them.
interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though.
Oh, you did, huh?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
And that is how a baby is born, guys. Terminator style. Alright.
Please proceed directly to processing.
I need to just... I can't. That was so cool. Totally reminded me of Fifth Element. In just a smaller... Well, not a woman. And maybe a smaller scale, but...
Almost done.
Who cares?
Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the third
touch that
primary drive
leg.
breakdown this month.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't
I don't
kidding.
know.
You really are
Most of them
here.
have lasted
Well,
long
all right.
past their projected
I'm
lifespans.
Allie
If you ask
Fillmore.
me,
You can
they
think
were
of me
built
as the
pretty well.
Institute's chief engineer. When
really?
Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him,
Very
I
much
hope
so.
you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
See who
This
built
place,
this place.
originally. Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. I can't argue
100
with that.
years?
Even
No.
so, I'm ready to see the full gen.
We're all gonna be dead.
All set.
Don't mean to burst your bubble, Doctor. If you're a scientist,
True food supplement
would
77
understand.
has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement
Just as you
77.
gave life to
I am sorry,
Father,
sir, but that
he gave
supplement
life
is
to
no
many
longer
of us.
available.
Useless machine.
man, people always gotta get their feelings all. I want this, I want that. You can't have it, fuck you.
You know
that was
the
being
protocol,
ridiculous.
sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you
Reporting
do.
status. All function.
Yeah, he ain't gonna pass no message other than a bullet to his face.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
maybe I should take some courses.
Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Oh
Please
God, I want to kill
There's
everybody
enough
here
friction
now.
as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My
Oh,
methods get
I
results.
think you're the
Will
one
this
going
time as
soft,
well.
buddy.
Doc,
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau.
I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this.
I blew
since you
one up with a
encountered
nuke.
already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Great.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Wow. Very interesting. So now I know how a Courser is born, which technically we saw how they were made. Now we know how they get brought into, I guess, the fold.
Report
of
anything suspicious to the
whatever
SRB.
rank they're gonna be in. I don't know. Like basically, these guys are chosen. Like Boba Fett when he had to make the first clone troopers. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Nice. And some were just way better than the clone troopers, and they became ARC troopers. I don't know if you guys followed the comics. I did, so I'm a nerd. But yeah, kind of the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, you pardon yourself. I guess we'll continue this. Let's keep exploring the Institute, and then after we're done exploring,
It must make you
we'll get out of here.
see what your father has done. All that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
In
What is
case
she
anyone
even
didn't
testing?
mention
Nothing.
it, quiet
At this
time
point,
runs
she's just
from
doing
10
it for
PM
fun.
to 6 a.m.
Well, she's having fun. Obviously.
Doctor.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but this is still my laboratory. If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn how things work.
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
I wasn't aware that I had to answer to you at all. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
No, I just want to talk.
Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never
yeah.
understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Ooh! No need to build all that crazy stuff.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Now we got the doctor. Put our audio log in. Dang it, I didn't even see which one it was. See, this does get a little bit confusing when you don't know exactly which one.
This
just
is
picked up.
day
There we go.
8 of Trial 6.
So it would be
the
on the
last
top.
week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there.
that, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Look at all these fusion cells. I love it.
Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot of us do that. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
So you can probably make me a new Sean? Nah. I already have a bad feeling on this place. Wow, at night it's quite beautiful though. There's trees. You know, this place can be better.
Operating at full capacity.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to save the Institute from evil. And I'm gonna give the Brotherhood the finger, because the Brotherhood only wants to destroy. I know how they are. I've been playing Fallout long enough to know they're not always, well, in the right state of mind. We'll just say that. I know this video is getting kind of long, but this is pretty cool for all you Fallout fans. If you haven't played this game, ooh, fusion cores, nice. 4 of them. You were definitely in for a treat. And I want to make sure the people who don't have this game at least can see, or people who have this and just want to know about the Institute. Yes. You guys can see it here. A lot of good stem packs and parts around, and ammo, and basically everything. It's sweet. Oh, I broke that. Come on. There we go.
Sweet.
Oh, finally, messed up stuff. We'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Found a crappy part of the Institute.